Evening, everybody, and we are back with Groove's new mod. The Vault-Tec Questline Chapter 2, and this is Oslow's Manor. Now for this you do actually require the Nuka World DLC. Chapter 1 is the James Blunt Lake House. I will link both of the mods into the description for you, and they are available on PS4, Xbox One and the PC. So as I said earlier, when I was doing the test, I had to run off and actually save Nikki, and then I was going to go and check out what are they called? Yeah, synths. I was looking for synths to kill, basically to test out the guns. So far I've got as far as killing Nikki. That's about it, unfortunately. So now I have been lucky enough to sort of like pre-alpha test this and everything else, and to alpha test it for Groove. So but I have actually installed the mod completely and installed the ready to go mod and everything else. So it should all be sitting like brand spanking new. Fingers crossed. If Bethesda's actually even for once. Can't guarantee that will actually be the case. So after 111, as you see, and we are going this way from Vault 111. You will not miss this, everybody, so don't worry about this. Isn't like really hard to find or anything else. And letterbox, and as you see, we have street lights. So follow the street lights down. Yes. So as you see, we've got a pretty loads of rust all around. Up here we have the house. The house belongs to Carl Oslow, and we will go in and we will find out all the details. Now, as I say, I did uninstall, reboot everything, but well, so I see we have loads and loads of buttons, loads of little magic buttons that will show us some of the very cool things. So as you see, there's a secure car park here. Do not run into it whenever you're pushing the button to go back down again, because you will actually get locked in down there and you'll have to reload your game. So would not advise you to do that. Until we wander around the outside before we go in. You see, we've got a lovely little fire pit. Got a hot tub, and as ever, you can take a seat in the hot tub and chill and relax and watch the world go by, or wait for a few hours and end up all wrinkly, whatever you fancy doing. We got sun loungers. And back here, we have a swimming pool. More seating. Um, I've got to say, Groove has put a mother load of work into it, like serious amounts of work. It is absolutely amazing. Just like, so let's get ourselves in. We should go in through here. Now, as I say, for some reason, I did actually reload it. I installed, uninstalled the whole heap, but all the doors are open, and Bethesda's just in one of those moods, people. So, you know, you have lights for, or switches for your lights, and you have switches for your doors as well. Over here, you have your TVs, you have a dead body, a Jasper, not even Austin image, and this one is actually really cool, blackout windows. And as you see, you can black out your windows and you can sit in here in peace and quiet. Just shut the door. And nobody will annoy you. That's well. It's your sit. This one's seriously snazzy house. This little one is really, really, really cool. Down here, I was thinking this is where you could actually put your mutated piranha. You know, when Preston is annoying you too many times. No problem, Mage. When Preston's really, really driving you nuts, you can actually just like push that button and feed him to the piranhas. I think that sounds like a brilliant idea. One way to deal with Preston. Is your bathroom. And as I said, with these seats, you can actually sit on them. As I showed you outside, and you can sit there and just relax in the spa tub and watch the world. And then here, we have our kitchen. Haha, nothing attacked. And your dining room. As I. Ooh. I missed you. And this one turns out your lights for you. And this one over here. Whoops. Brings your lift down. And up we go to the next floor. I love the skylights. The skylights are absolutely amazing. The stained glass windows. And I like these with a wood effect on them. They're really cool looking. And over here you'll find another door to take you onto this balcony. And in here you've got one bedroom. Close your door. And you can shove your lights on if you want. Bubblehead.
Perfect.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, turn the lights out. Now across we go. I like the way it's redone the stairs, retextured so much. Attention to detail in this one is absolutely amazing. As you see, we have another bedroom. Some more lights. So you've got room for your companions, or if you wish to, you know, sleep in one of those beds instead of sleeping there, feel free. But you know, you might want to sleep down there, being that there's all the blood on the bed. It's a bit messy. And over here we have the master bedroom en suite. And here we have the balcony stairs to take us out. And that's where the stairs from downstairs lead up to. Gotta admit, guys, it is a very snazzy house. And in case you're wondering, it's not that way. Oof, I really have not had anywhere near enough coffee yet today, people. I'm moving faster than the controller can move. Out here in the balcony, it just basically lets you walk all the way around. And there you are, you can see into that master bedroom and all from here. And if you really so choose, and you have a jetpack, you can take yourself all the way up to the top. I'll show you where that waterfall is actually that wee bit down there. That's what the waterfall actually. You can come all the way up here. And cannonball into the swimming pool. I did actually check this out whenever I first actually took a wee run around the place. I was like, can I cannonball into the pool? So under the desk here, you'll actually find a key card on the desk. Oslow's bio key. And push this little button. And if you look around, you will actually see the fireplace moves. It's so cool, and you down into the bunker. And don't have your person drink anything before you do that, because you'll just, like, you know, end up sick. So here you are down into the underground bunker, which is basically, to me, just a holiday. Yeah. I'm taking 2 weeks on holiday, don't annoy me. We've got the pirate boat. I'm actually waiting for the mini pirates to like come and try and kidnap me. Yeah, I know. And this actually comes from way, way, way up there, where that waterfall's coming from. So in we go over this way first. So you see you've got these things again. You have another bedroom. He has another swimming pool. Fancy going swimming. And we have actually got another tub. Sit down and relaxing. Just chill. I love that. The access looks so cool up there. Yeah. Yep. The dining room, living room. And I'm sure you're wondering what those are. You will actually find out. I promise I will actually tell you all. So you've got your bobblehead stand, and you've actually got your magazine rack. So this could be your player home. If you want to have your player home down here, you're more than welcome. And this is your bed. Dresser, and more of these weird things in the bathroom, and another hot tub. And then here we have the office. And Carl Oslow's terminal. So this is where you find out who Carl Oslow was and everything else. So, mass fusion. I'm sure you've all heard of that building. To be Wollstonecraft, the 3rd of the 8th of 2050. I just got things set up here and should be ready to start shipping the fusion distribution boxes of the FDB out to the within the month. What will be learned from the Project Shield should help us better determine the types of material to use to block background radiation of space and learn of the long-term effect of limited exposure. The selected homeowners have all bought into the lie that the radiation given off by the FDB is harmless. Although it is not known what the long-lasting effects will be yet, the amount is not enough to cause immediate sickness or death. I have also designed some that have perfect shielding for our usage without fear of its effect. I would also like to thank you once again for the funding of my inventions and the forming of mass fusion. I never thought when talking to you last year that this would be the outcome. I figured I'd use it for another Poseidon Energy project. It was great working with you for over the years, and now it will be great to work alongside you in any endeavour. So, Carl, for anybody that's done the Beryllium Agitator, either with the Institute or with the boss, will know there is a mention to someone called Carl on the computer in the executive suite or the executive office. This is who Carl is. Carl is the owner of Mass Fusion, and this is who owns this house. To be Wollstonecraft, I can't talk today. The 23rd of the 5th, 2063. If not for our plant in the Supreme Court, we would have lost the case against the President for the patents of the fusion cell designs. We either need to find his price and pay it to get him on board, or we need to replace him. We could set up an assassination and pin it on the Chinese too. With Project Black Cloud in effect, it would be easy to convince the public that the Chinese was behind it. Right? Right. From. With the election coming up, I feel getting someone loyal to the enclave elected in his place would be safer and easier. The politicians working with us now may not like it if we start killing the ones who don't play ball with us. Given the current state of things and his loss to defeating him in the next will be easier. Our candidate will run on the platform of being able to acquire your patents, but don't worry about that. This one's going back to the guy. Congratulations on getting your brother-in-law elected as the next president. He won't be able to come after me due to his relationship with your wife and us being rivals, laugh out loud. To Enclave members, I would like to invite you all to my open house this Friday. As you all know, I have been remodeling the old house that sits on the land I sold to the US government for Vault 111. Our experts still can't agree on the actual date of the original construction. The house has gone through several renovations from the 1920s. The decorations on the walls some think may be from the Mayan era, but others think it could have been added later by Fred Leo Wright during his Mayan deco phase. I hope to see you all there this Friday. We all need a bit of a break from the war effort. From our house. I would love to be able to attend the party for this weekend, but here in Vegas has got me swamped. Sorry, work here in Vegas has got me swamped. And I regrettably cannot get away. I have seen the lovely photos you have shared with the group and hope to be able to see it soon. I too believe the house to be more than most believe. I would love to get a closer look at it and the underground chamber you found under it. From B. Wollstonecroft again. Oh, what a name. Thank you for inviting me to your open house this weekend. It was nice to see that everyone showed up. I wouldn't worry that House didn't show. Wouldn't count on him to show up anytime soon. As he was brought into the enclave, he learned some things that we have planned and wasn't too happy. If it wasn't for his army of robots in use by everyone, we probably would have killed him to keep our secrets. He has yet to do or say anything against the enclave and has since spent most of his time preparing Las Vegas for a nuclear war. As long as he stays quiet, he can have Vegas. He did tell Babberton about the Leap X program, but he knew John was a full member and didn't know that he wasn't told of all the program, so this doesn't count. In the future, I wouldn't talk to him or invite him to anything anymore, since we do not know if he can be trusted after he's done securing Vegas. The bunker under the house is remarkable. I could count on guys to deliver some of the taxpayers funded material meant for the vault to your house and for the bunker. Between what the US government gave you for the land that Vault 111 was built on and the material, the cost for your remodel should have been cut at very least in half. Glad I could help out where I could. On the other business, is the beryllium agitator going to be ready in time to be delivered to Adams Air Force Base to be used in the mobile base crawler? It is a crucial component for powering the Enclave's mobile base that'll be needed after the bomb to get control over the remaining population. Personal files 1. The bombs fell yesterday morning while I was at work. We launched yet. Fortunately, the birdie bird I had was shielded from the EMP and I was able to get back here to the house. Mary and I have been the only ones to make the house. Oh no, to make it here. Really need more coffee, people. The kids were off at college, and we have yet to hear anything from them or about them yet. I only hope they're okay. Mary and I have set up in the bunker for now, for the long haul. Yet to be able to get a hold of Wollstonecraft or any member of the Enclave to see what went wrong, as well as the status of Project Exodus. I know we weren't close to even finishing it, but now would be the time to do it with what we have learned already. We hadn't planned to leave the earth this early. We had planned to study the people in the vaults for 100 years before the trip from the safety of our own vaults. We had some unexpected guests today. Our gardener, Mr. Roberts, and his family showed up. When they found the house empty, they made themselves at home. At first I was going to take one of the guns and run them off, but Mary said since they weren't stealing or breaking anything, that I should leave them be. Besides, if they have guns, I could lose the fight and they could get down here. I'll keep an eye on them and the kids to show up using the cameras. Something's wrong with Robert's children. With each passing day, they seem to be getting sicker and sicker. I can only assume it is radiation exposure they may have received on their way here. The kids' skin colour is starting to darken, as if gangrene is setting in. It's only a matter of time till they are dead, and I would assume the parents aren't far behind them. As expected, the parents are starting to get sick too. The youngest child I figured would be dead by now is still alive, despite the fact her skin is rotting away and her nose is falling off her face. I will continue to monitor and document what is happening. Glad Mary talked to them stay. Still have yet to hear from the Enclave, but I can study how the radiation affects this family. We could use this research for Project Exodus. Still haven't heard anything about the kids though. I really hope they're safe. Well, the rest of the family is starting to catch up with the little girl now. By now, most of their skin is rotting away. They've all lost their noses. If they weren't still carrying on like a normal family, I swear my home is infested with zombies. How are they still alive? This isn't good. Mary and I are starting to get sick ourselves now. I used the bioscanner to scan the bunker for any radiation leaks, but could only find a slight radiation being given off by my FDB. When it was built 7 years ago, it didn't give off any rads, but over time its shielding has gotten weaker and some rads can leak out. It's not really enough to worry about though at the moment. To remove it now would leave us without power or life support down here, and we would have to go back up to the house where the rads are higher. Maybe I was exposed to more than I thought on my way from mass fusion to here. Maybe it wasn't shielded right. Mary and I are both have radiation in our blood cells. The only thing I can figure is that I was exposed and then exposed Mary after I got here. Something awful happened this morning. While the mother and youngest daughter were sleeping in the living room, the daughter woke up and attacked the mother, tearing her throat out with her teeth. Went after the rest of the family before Mr. Roberts killed her. She not only was looking like a zombie, but she's acting like one too. Over the last couple of weeks, I have watched the Roberts family turn feral. Is the only word that applies here. As each member turned, Mr. Roberts would kill them and bury them outside. Now he is all that's left up there, and he doesn't seem to be human anymore. He either stands in place for hours on end, or he lays down for hours. I haven't seen him eat or go to the bathroom now in days. Starvation should be killing him within the next couple of days. Mary and I are still getting sicker, only at a slower rate than Roberts did. I was finally able to establish communication with the Enclave today. Seems no one has heard anything from Bill since the bombs fell. His son Giles was able to make it into one of the bombs as the bombs fell, but, but after connection with Zach 2.0 was lost when the West Tech Power Armor facility blew up. He hadn't been able to connect to anyone after that. I found out the schools that Samantha and John went to were completely destroyed in the bombings. If I had known a couple of years ago that this was going to be the outcome of our plans, I would never have. I never should have allowed the food in the first place. He's one of the richest men on the planet. But where has that gotten me? He killed billions of people. The bombs may have gone off earlier than we planned, but we were the ones who drove the planet to war. And for what? A spaceship that none of us is even going to see. I don't even remember anymore why that idea was so important to begin with now. What were we thinking? Mary's skin has started to rise today. She said it was only a matter of time before we both turned like the Roberts did. And with her being sicker than me, it's likely she will turn first. She asked me to kill her before it happens. We decided to go up to the house and try and get rid of the zombie Mr. Roberts and enjoy our beautiful home one last time before we kill ourselves. My sweet, sweet Mary, I shot her while she slept last night like she wanted. Afterwards, I turned the gun on myself, but I wasn't strong enough to kill myself. I killed billions of people. I killed my kids and my wife. I'm so sorry, Mary. I'm sorry I got sick. I got involved with the damn Enclave. I'm sorry I can't join you. I figure if I drink enough, I might be able to do it. Even after drinking 2/5 of whiskey, I still couldn't do it. I've decided to drink till alcohol or the sickness kills me. The sickness should have killed me by now. I have completely turned into a zombie now, and the cure doesn't affect me. It seems to have much effect on me anymore. It has been almost a year since I shot Mary. I figured I would be dead by now, or at least turn feral like the Roberts did. Maybe their exposure was at a higher dose than mine was. But if that was the case, then why did Mary get sick? Maybe my FDB is behind us getting sick. That would explain why our change was different than the Roberts. It's been another damn year, and I'm still here. I may not even die. If what I'm thinking is true, I am sure the FDB did this to me. I think the radiation that I was exposed to and exposed Mary to getting back to the house made us sick, like the Roberts. But the difference between us and the Roberts was the FDB. I think the small dose of rads we were receiving over the years gave our bodies the ability to adapt the radiation. So once we were exposed to the higher dose of radiation, our bodies had a better chance to survive it, more than the Roberts did. Their family wasn't able to afford the FDB, so their bodies had to try and adapt from the larger dose. Question is, how much longer till I turn feral? Will I become feral? If what I'm thinking is true, then I could live for hundreds of years. Anyone who had my FDB as well. Alright, the last line there says, why did I kill Mary? So, Is a ghoul. Well, was a ghoul. He murdered his wife because he thought she was going to turn feral, and has finally worked out that it wasn't going to happen. And now he's having a complete meltdown, and he's wondering, what was going on. Now, the skeleton that you actually seen when we were upstairs with the gun and the alcohol was Carl. So Carl is dead. You're not going to run into his feral body anywhere. Don't go thinking anything like that. So he is dead and buried. Well, he's dead. I haven't got him buried yet. I'll have to try and bury him up, Ah. Ha 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 ha. Snazzy. Oh, I hate simple. Now, in the fridge, you will actually find MREs. As I say, uh, the game didn't. Whenever I uninstalled and uninstalled the mod and then reinstalled, re-enabled, rebooted, did the whole heap. For some reason, it hasn't reset properly, but hey, that's one of those things. So as you see here, you have loads and loads and loads of mods for the guns. Up here, it is actually all full of ammo, 7.62s. Here you have the ported enclave napalm. We will take one of those. The plasma, we'll steal one of those again. I've already got one of them on me. And down the bottom is the armor piercing. Now the armor piercing is absolutely amazing if you're going after a synth or a robot. Okay, literally 2 shots and the things go down. I've already tested these out earlier. I was testing all these guns earlier. This one is a really, really nice sniper. Actually better range and things like that as well. This one is plasma. It also does radiation damage, and this one, napalm, also does fire damage. Very, very, very nice guns. As you can see, I am actually running around with them here. That is actually closed. Well, as I said, reset. So that's a secret exit out of the place. Basically there. And you can actually go back there, and that's where the waterfall goes to here at the side. So you can actually go back in. Down you go. There you are. Push the button. Will drive off, and you can run and just jump across. Back down we go. There we are. And back upstairs. I think it's an absolutely amazing place. Groove has put a mother load of work into it. It really does look spectacular, truly. And your companions do go down with you. I just don't have a companion with me at the moment because uh, Fluffy or Mr. Snuggles, whatever you want to call the big walking fire dragon that I normally have with me, disappeared. So I've got to throw down a thing and get a new one of them. So on the stairs, button there, you cover your bunker. Now out the back here, should be able to see it. And go down here for a walk. Yes, I can. I can go whatever way I want. Oh, I can't really do it now. You'll find this little marker. This is Mr. And here, Carl actually buried his wife beside Mr. Roberts' family, and as for Mr. Roberts, he just chucked him down here. He didn't even bury the poor fella. Which really just sort of says it all to me. The dude was on cliff. The only time he actually showed any remorse was whenever his missus croaked up. And that's my little dragon. He is his name is Edward. And Edward is, let me think. Edward is obviously a couple of million years old. He's been turned to stone. He's been purified. He's my new best friend. And for anybody that's ever seen Jurassic Park, he's a Vegosaurus. To anyone else before. So that's my dinosaur. My best friend. I've decided he looks like a dinosaur. I don't know if anybody else will see it. Like, people are probably going to turn around and say to me, "No, really, Sentinel, it actually looks like the head of some type of I don't know." You know, So I have been, I'm very actually get to. It would help if I could stop trying to jump off things I can't get past. To actually get this run through it when it was going through its testing phase, I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. For the second part of the chapter of the Vault-Tec Questline, this is part of the 008 chapter and all the rest of it. This is all to do with James Bond. It is the second part of the Vault-Tec Questline. I think it is a nice little touch to actually see something from the Enclave and the Vault-Tec and all of their sort of side of the story. So I shall say later, guys and dolls. I'm not sure if I'll be about tomorrow. Possibly I will be about Wednesday, but I'm not 110% sure. But hopefully I will be, and hopefully I will have something very special happening on Wednesday. If it does not happen on Wednesday, then definitely we will have a very, very, very special stream coming up either Wednesday or Thursday for you all, and a special little video will be going up. I cannot wait for it to sort of go up and all the rest of it. So I shall say laters. I'm going to drop out here. I'm going to go and make myself some dinner because it's coming up to 8:30 in the evening UK time here. And I shall say, leaders, stay safe, have fun. Thank you, Mage, for dropping by and saying hello and keeping me company for a little bit. And keep gaming out there, people. It's Sentinel saying, catch you on the flip side.